Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the FTD webinar titled 5 Ways to Generate More Orders for Your Website. We are excited to welcome back today's featured presenter, marketing consultant Carly Stroud. As a quick housekeeping note, Carly will be taking questions throughout the session. If you have a question, simply type it in the chat box on the upper right side of your screen. All right, let's get started. Welcome, Carly.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me back. I'm excited to walk through this presentation with you today. So let's hop right in. Just like she said, if you do have questions, feel free to put those in the chat. And if you would like to follow along, if you look at the handout section of the GoToMeeting portion here, the handout is already placed there for you. So you have that already. All right, so we've got a quick overview. Today we are going to be talking about, you've got a website. Now what do we do with it? How are we going to generate more orders for the website? First and foremost, we'll talk about thinking like your clients. Then we'll talk about keeping it simple. Then we'll talk about staying updated, mobile optimization, and finally, the ordering process. So to start, we're gonna think like our clients. When we go to our website, think of the website look and feel. And it doesn't look like my screen has moved. There it goes. We're going to think about what our clients feel and see when they get to our website. So when people are visiting and you're on your own website, ask yourself these questions. Does the website look old or outdated? Does it load quickly? These are important features that your clients are seeing and that could be causing them to jump away from your website. The website needs to be intuitive and easy for a client to navigate through to the checkout. Think about your own actions while you're online shopping. If you've gone to Amazon and it's been too hard for you to maybe add the item to a cart, too hard to find information about whatever product you're shopping for, generally that creates a poor user experience and people will move to a different website. So as you're thinking about things, then put yourself back into your shoes and say, does my website fulfill those needs? The things that I'm doing on other people's websites, can I do on my own website? Next, we think about how do your shoppers shop? I know for flowers, there are top occasions that certain florists might have. So ensure those categories are clearly visible and easy to navigate to. If your birthday flowers are your #1 seller, put birthday right smack dab in the middle of the screen. Make it so easy for your clients to find that information. And then highlight those occasions throughout the homepage and within the menu. Just, keep it as easy as possible for clients to find your best-selling product. And then last but not least, think about calls to action. Don't make your clients guess about anything on your website. Make it glaringly obvious you want them to add that bouquet to cart and check out. So deliver those calls to action with clear and concise messaging. It's nice to be cutesy, of course, with our arrangements and stuff, but when we're working with driving clients through to that purchase phase, clear and concise messaging is always going to work best. And like we said, throw any questions you have in the chat here. I will try and answer as we go. I don't see any right now, so we will move on to our next section here, which is keeping it simple. Just like we said before, your website does need to be easy to navigate to push consumers through that sales process, essentially. So keep the process simple. Have an add to cart button. Make sure you're determining whether you want to do delivery or in-store pickup on the product page. Make sure the cart is visible in the menu bar on every page so people can get to it. If you can't get to the cart, you probably can't check out very easily, which is the reason why we're all here today, is to get more orders for the website. Add a home page to your menu. So when people are going through the different products you have offered, make it easy for them to get back to home base. And then make sure all of the links work on your website. If you have a homepage feature slider, make sure that if you've got a birthday collection featured, that link links to the birthday collections and not to funeral flowers, for example. And then just keep it brief, but add a description to all of your listings. I think that I know flowers pretty well. However, with this bouquet on the screen, I couldn't tell you what every different floral piece in there is. And that'd be something that I, as a consumer, would be interested in knowing. I can see, of course, that there's a rose and maybe some eucalyptus, but I'm not positive. So having a description would make it much easier for me as a consumer to say, oh, okay, that is a rose. Oh, and my cat likes to eat eucalyptus and it's not good for him. I maybe should go with a different product. Seeing no questions in the chat here, we will move again forward. So I've got two examples here of two different FTD sites, one that does need a little bit of improvement, and then an example of a website that shows everything that we talked about. So this needs improvement website. As you can see here, there's no home page in the menu feature, and I believe my mouse should be showing, maybe not though. You can also see there's no add to cart button or cart button visible on this website. However, on the website, it looks like you should be able to click the good, better, best options. Also, it looks like you can put amounts for candy or stuffed animals or balloons. However, there's no add to cart button. So this doesn't tell me whether I need to call you to place my order, or what kind of balloons I can get, or how I actually can purchase the Moonstruck bouquet. And when I click any of those things, it doesn't do anything. So just making sure, like we said before, keeping it simple, you add that add to cart button. Or if you're not going to have online ordering activated, put right on this page here, call us to order and let us know if you want good, better, or best, or a stuffed animal or a balloon, etc. An example of a website that is a good example here exactly has what we have needed on it. So we've got a nice description here: blushing shades of pink blooms and lush greens. The precious bouquet can be purchased for $80. We can see that. We can see the cart is right there on the screen. Add to bag right there. We also have order within the same day, order within 5 minutes and get same day delivery. We can deliver to my zip code. You can pick the size that you need. All of that is very simple for a consumer to follow the process, add to cart, and then check out. I'm not seeing any questions, so we will move forward again here to keeping your website updated. So like I said on the screen here, you're not going to expect your arrangements to thrive without fresh water, refrigeration, plant food, etc. You're not just going to sit it on the table and hope that it's alive in a week when your client comes to pick it up. Your website needs that same type of attention. It's not as finicky as flowers can be, so have that peace of mind, but it does still need some attention. So when you get your website, personalize it. The template is great and it's a perfect base layer for your website, but add the wow, add your personal touch to the website, just like you've done to your storefront. This is going to increase your sales massively, just because people can see that you've put time and effort into your website. Your own personal touch is always going to be a beautiful, beautiful way to keep clients engaged. Additionally, if the website looks beautiful, make sure your business information is up to date. Your store hours on there definitely is a huge point for people to see. Making sure your phone number is there so people can call you if they have questions, or if you need them to call to order, that's an option as well. Make sure your address is updated, so if people want to come to the store and see the flowers in person, they can do that. And then make sure your delivery information is up to date. On that last slide, we saw that there was delivery to my zip code that I needed. Having that made it so much easier for me to put that in my cart and check out, because I knew it could come to me and I knew it would come today. So keeping that delivery information up to date is important, especially now during the winter months when we know, in negative degrees, it's probably not the safest to be delivering different floral arrangements. Having that kind of information on your website, consumers appreciate most of the time. On On a side note with that, make sure your promotions and specials are updated constantly. We just had Valentine's Day a month or so ago. So make sure if you had a Valentine's Day special, one, make sure that is off now. And two, just keep it updated. We've got Mother's Day coming up, Easter's in a few weeks. We've got graduations. Having a pop-up to drive traffic to those specific special pages will make it easier for consumers to get to those pages and do what you want them to do on that page. Specifically holidays, when you've got that pop-up, make sure you've got ordering deadlines and special prices if you have any. Valentine's Day, the example again, if someone wanted to order on Valentine's Day for delivery on Valentine's Day, we know the people who do it, and they found out by going to your website that they couldn't, or they had to call you because your website wasn't updated, doesn't make for a great consumer experience. But if you had put last day to order Valentine's Day flowers is the 10th for delivery by the 14th, whatever timeline you want to choose, would have made for a better user experience, and someone probably would have converted on your website easier that way. In addition to keeping things updated, make sure you link your social media pages from your site and then add your website to your social media pages. So we're kind of going back and forth here. Put links on the bottom of your website that can drive people to your social media pages. And then on your Facebook, for example, link that back to your website. Google loves backlinks and knows when you've got links all over that you're a real business. So doing that is important. And then talking about Google, of course, make sure your Google My Business listing is updated as you update your website as well. Again, with those store hours, the phone number, your address, and delivery information, all of that staying updated with your Google My Business listing is going to be beneficial for people finding you. All right, I still don't see any questions, so we will move forward here to making sure your website is mobile optimized. Half of your clients are using their smartphone, to make a purchase. So is your website mobile friendly? We know 47% of floral shoppers will use their smartphone to search for and purchase from retailers. So a way you can check to see if your website is mobile friendly is to get on your phone itself, go to your website and see if it responds and see if it comes up in a way that makes sense for your phone. Run every different type of scenario. So search things on your website, go to all of the product pages, add to cart, try and check out, and check for that effortless experience, and make sure those links are effective. And if you can, if you've got an iPhone, for example, but you've got a store associate who might have an Android, have them do it on their phone too. We know iOS and Android don't usually work super great together, so making sure on both of those platforms will be helpful for people who have either phone. And then, just like we said before, as we're keeping our site updated, just keep mobile in mind while you're updating your website. Consider the space restrictions from a computer screen to your phone screen. Think about the font size, the screen size, the scroll depth, how far you have to scroll down to maybe add to cart, and then thumb placement. We all hold our phones like this and your thumb kind of hits right in the middle of the screen there. If you put the add to cart somewhere easy for people to hit with their thumb, it's going to make it easier for them to add to cart and check out. So just consider those things and make sure that your website is optimized for mobile as you move forward with your website. Seeing no questions, everyone's very quiet today. Seeing no questions, we will move forward to the ordering process. If you do have a website, but you do not accept online ordering, that is totally fine. We know 47% of shoppers are searching online, but then we also know 78% of local mobile searches result in an offline purchase. So make that transition from online to offline seamless. Don't include a add to cart button if you don't have a cart. Don't include calls to actions for clicks or links to add things to your cart to click on if you're not going to include online ordering. Do include a click to call button. So on that first example of the website that needed a little bit of improvement, if it would have had a button that said click to or call to order or click to call, whatever it was, that would have told me, oh, they don't accept online ordering, but look how easy it is for me to call and get that ordered. I don't even have to get my debit card out right now. Or if you have a tap to map feature that you can add on your contact us page for people to say, oh, I really need that moonstruck bouquet. I want to go there right now and pick one up. Where are they? How do I get there? I can search that and find it easily on my phone as well. Additionally, just make it blatantly obvious. Again, keep it simple on your website that you don't take online orders, but you would be happy to take a phone call or come in store and we can, do the bouquet up for you in 25 minutes, 35 minutes, however long it takes for you to do a walk-in bouquet. Seeing no questions here, we will do a little recap. And this is just a website strategy for long-term growth in general. So steps you can take: optimize the website the way that your clients shop. Like I said, go on any retailer.com and shop them, and then take that information back to your own website. Go on your own website, shop it, and put those experiences side by side and see maybe what you can add, subtract, what you need to change, and then put your own personal touch on it. The template is great. And like I said before, it's a fantastic base for your website, but you're florists. You're all very, very creative people. Show some of that creativity in your website. Again, make the process as simple as possible to avoid client confusion. Say that 10 times fast. Avoid client confusion when they're on the website. Make it blatantly obvious that they have to click to add to the cart, or that we do not accept online orders and call us right now to order this bouquet. Keep your website updated as often as you can. If you don't have time, I know everyone is busy and you want to do what you want to do best, which is design and make beautiful floral arrangements. If you don't have time to then also sit and work on your website, delegate. Find someone, either a friend or an associate or whoever, that maybe can take on an hour a week to go on your website and keep it updated. And you can work with that person as often or as little as possible, hand it off to them completely, or meet with them, whatever type of structure you want to have. It's your business at the end of the day. But that website does need to stay updated. So if you can't do it yourself, delegate it out to someone who you trust. Again, make sure that website is mobile friendly. That's also something you can delegate out to a friend or family member. As they're working on the website, they can go on their phone, check and make sure that it is mobile friendly, easy peasy, done. Google loves that when websites are mobile friendly. And then if you don't accept online orders, just like we said, make that transition seamless from online to offline ordering. Make sure it's easy for people to call you. Your phone number is plastered all over the website. Make sure they know how to get to you. Make sure your address is updated. Make that transition so easy, a child could do it. And who knows, maybe a child wants to get flowers for their mom or dad. And then last, and certainly not least, ask your friends and family for feedback. We all sometimes could take a step back from our business and look at it through the lens of a consumer. Our friends and families have already done that for us, kind of being on the outside of the business side of things. So ask them for feedback. How's my website looking? Have you tried to go in and shop for flowers? Did it make sense? I put this special up. Did you like it? What did you think? Any types of questions that you can get answered by someone who loves you but also wants you to succeed is going to be great. Let's see. I am not seeing any questions in the chat here, and that is it. I really appreciate everyone's time. We do have plenty of time for questions. I thought this was going to be a question mania over here, so I left time. So come off mute if you would like, or drop your questions in the chat. I would be more than happy to answer them. Any questions specifically that you might have about the FTD website, we will relay on to your field account manager as well. I hear someone.
Well, you hear me. Carly. Yeah, I've been looking. We had a question in the question, but specifically to the FTD website setup. So we'll have somebody contact that person. Yes, if you do have any questions, drop them in the chat. And then as a reminder, Carly did mention that the handout PDF of slides is in the handout section there for you to download right now. You can also, it will also be sent to you with the link to this recording. It'll be available on FTDI as well. So if anybody wants to use that. So, and I still don't see any more questions. So
wow.
Guessing you did a fabulous job of answering everything.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing all the information. Thanks to everybody who attended. As I just mentioned, a recording will be available on demand on the FTD Mercury Network Florist YouTube channel and will be sent to you as well. For more education programming from FTD, please visit ftdi.com to register for our upcoming free webinars and design shows, as well as viewing past education programs on demand. So thanks everyone and have a great afternoon.
Thank you.